All you need is one pattern to make a living at trading. Stay tuned, traders. We're going to talk about that next. Good day, traders. I'm Stacy Burke from Stacy Burke Trading. Today, talking about all you need is one pattern to make a living at trading. We've been talking a lot about building the playbook lately. I've received quite a few emails. I think one of the concepts that's come across from a lot of the traders is that they've had a system per se of trading and have struggled to be consistent over the longer term. And one of the things that I think I've really sort of that helped me get to the next level with my own trading was having the realization. I talked about looking at some of the trend days on 5-minute charts and when they trended, how at very little point during that 12 or 16-hour period did the market pull back against the major trend. And so what I was sort of emphasizing with that is that when those trend days occur, even if it's over 8 to 12 hours, those charts would just inevitably maybe have a 2-leg pullback, a 3-push pattern pullback, but they continued to trend strongly throughout the day. And most currency pairs, usually one day every week and definitely one day out of the 2 weeks, sometimes 2 days, will trend strongly. And so I deconstructed some of that and looked at, those are the days that basically were easy money. So, I would take other less quality trades during the week, swing trades, different types of trades, and get chopped up, lose some money, break even, and then I would save my week with one of those good trend trade days. And I started to look back at that and say, well, why wouldn't I just focus on trying to identify the highest possibility type trend days based on what I felt were what the types of patterns that I gravitated towards best. And one of the major patterns that I look for all the time is a rectangle. And I look for those mainly on end of day charts. And I look for that pattern to set up, with the opening range over perhaps a few weeks or a month on the daily charts. But I look for those trades, each week on the hourly charts based on the opening ranges of the week. So I may still trade within that trend, but I'm always looking at the bigger picture with rectangles on the end of day charts, with the monthly highs and lows, the weekly highs and lows. And I use those to identify possible trade entries on the hourly charts. And then even if that sets up properly with another pattern within a pattern, a rectangle again, maybe to enter that in on a 5-minute chart. Now, the reason why I like those patterns is that they're the ones that for me make the most sense based on, the Asia close, London Open, maybe the US Open. If I miss a trade during the hourly system, but I get that signal on the end of day, then I may be the next day in, but I can still predefine my risk, but I'm looking for larger geometric patterns to trade from. So I like rectangles. But my point with today's video is that that's what really enabled me to step back and start looking at the markets differently and not trying to trade every single day and looking for the days that were either trending strongly or that had already made a move and consolidated into a rectangular pattern as a consolidation or a base type pattern. And the reason why that is that, again, I like that geometric shape because it enables me to, number one, enter into the market with a 1-bar stop and maybe even tighten that up a bit more with a 5-minute entry. But then I have an expansion of a range that I can then extrapolate as a potential profit target that gives me asymmetrical risk reward. I like to look at rectangular ranges on the dailies that will give me a minimum of a 5-to-1 from a daily range, and then if I can get in on that trade maybe on an hourly, that potentially may be a 10 or a 20-to-1 trade. Now, of course, they don't always work like that, but if you study the monthly ATRs of the currency pairs, and then you start to study the opening ranges, you realize that some of the currency pairs are going to move 600, 700, 800 pips in the month. And even if they have a 300 or 400 pip monthly ATR, that still gives you a weekly ATR range to trade from with your daily and hourly charts. That's the way I approach some markets. I'm looking for those larger geometric expansions. But you only need one pattern to get to make a living trading, because then you can obviously master that trading setup. You want to obviously identify how many signals you're getting, and with the hourly charts there's plenty of trade signals, and then also be able to grow that trade size and then keep getting better at executing it and managing those trades so that you can extrapolate the most from your winning trades and lose as little as possible on your losing trades. So obviously you want to cut your losses right away, whether it's, you know, on that 1 hour chart, if that for me, or on the 5 minute. If I can tighten that up maybe to 10 or 12 pips, then I know I need to cover that trade right away. But when I'm right on those trades and they break out of a range and I can go to break even within an hour or two, potentially if there's momentum there, then I'm possibly sitting in a larger daily range trade that will continue to move over perhaps a few days or a few weeks, and in some cases maybe a month to 2 months if we're into a larger breakout pattern. Now those are the types of trades where you can significantly pad your account when you're into a profitable trade. So again, for me, one of the mistakes I think I made in the past when I've blown up small accounts was trying to trade every single day, no matter what the market structure or the market conditions were like. And as a retail trader, I think that one of the pitfalls and potholes that we face is the belief that we need to try and trade every day to make money. And one of the quotes that you've read before is that, I believe it was Jesse Livermore, he said he made most of his money not by trading but by sitting on his hands. And that may have meant that he was sitting on a profitable trade and riding that winner out, or sitting on his hands and waiting for the right opportunity to present so that his preparation could meet that opportunity and allow that, you know, trade setup to come to fruition. So focus on the trade patterns that you feel for yourself, your time frame, your instrument, you resonate the best with. Go back, look at the last 12 months of setups where you can find those patterns and how you would have traded and how you would have done on those trades, and how easily is it for you to reproduce those trade entries in terms of duplicating the process. Look at the results that you had and then start forward testing that, perhaps with some very small lot sizes, or if you're already trading that, look at how you can maybe minimize that down to the best trade setups within those patterns. Execute as best you can, scale up your trade size, keep getting better at it, limit your losses, and grow those trades into larger, you know, profitable trades. So again, you only need one really good pattern to profit from the markets. So hopefully you got some value from today's video, traders. If you haven't done so, go to my homepage, download my 7-step daily routine for high performance traders, ritualize yourself and get yourself into the habits of constantly getting better at your trading. Whether that's cutting out the things that are interfering with you getting the results that you want, or adding in the little things that will help you detail your detail and your approach to the market, sharpening your trading edge, maybe strategizing better, creating a couple of other trading systems, whatever it is that's going to help you keep getting better and moving in a direction of constant progress. So stay disciplined, traders, stay focused, master 1 or 2 trading setups, get really, really super skillful at them, grow them in trade size, and may the markets go with you.
Hi traders, it's Stacy Burke from Stacy Burke Trading. If you haven't done so, please head over to my website at stacyburketrading.com. I create updates on almost a daily basis, and I would love for you to receive them. Just click on the blog. If you want to enter your name and your email address, I'll send you my free audio program, the 7-Step Daily Routine for High Performance Traders. This is essential knowledge for all traders in all markets, and this is for helping traders to master the market with discipline, confidence, and a winning mindset. I appreciate all your feedback and comments. As always, traders, stay disciplined, and may the markets go with you.